Hello students, welcome you all to my YouTube channel, which is named as Thermal Engineering by Manoj Shendre, the faculty Guru Nanak Dev Engineering College, Bidar, in Department of Mechanical Engineering. Okay, so today we will see the next important topic, which is entitled as Analysis on Two-Stage Impulse Turbine. So this topic comes under the course Turbo Machine, module number 3, Steam Turbines for exclusively for VTU students, Mechanical Engineering, 5th semester VTU students. Okay, so in this video lecture, we will see what do you mean by this two-stage impulse turbine and how to draw the combined velocity triangle for two-stage impulse turbine. Okay, so these two important topics we will see in the today's video lecture, in this video lecture, and in the next video lecture we will see the important derivation from your examination point of view, that is the condition for maximum blade efficiency of a two-stage impulse turbine. So remember students, in this particular model number 3, steam turbines, there are 4 expected theory questions. Namely, the first one is condition for maximum blade efficiency of a single stage impulse turbine. The second important question is the condition for maximum blade efficiency of a two-stage impulse turbine. And the third expected question is the condition for maximum blade efficiency of a 50% reaction turbine or Parsons turbine. And the fourth theory question is the compounding, the concept of compounding. Okay, so where we are going to study the pressure compounding, velocity compounding, and pressure velocity compounding. Okay, so these are some 4 expected theory questions. So out of these 4 questions only, you will get the question for 10 to 8 to 10 marks. Okay, as far as numericals are considered, you can get either the numerical on single stage impulse turbine by using the graphical method, or the numerical on two-stage impulse turbine by using the graphical method, or the numerical on reaction turbine, 50% reaction turbine or Parsons turbine. Okay, so let's start our lecture. So as the name itself indicates, the two-stage impulse turbine. So in this two-stage impulse turbine, we have the 2 stages. The first stage is the first stage consists of 2 rows, and the second stage consists of again 2 rows. 2 rows. Okay. In the first row, we have the set of nozzle. This is a nozzle. So the nozzle is a device which converts. The nozzle is a device which converts the high pressure, high temperature superheated steam to the high velocity jet. High velocity jet. So due to the drop in enthalpy at the nozzle, the high velocity jet will come out from the nozzle. So that high kinetic energy steam that can be used to run the rotor. Okay. So immediately after the row of nozzle, we have the set of moving blades. These are the moving blades here. Okay. So after doing the work on moving blades in this row, the steam comes out from the first row of moving blade and it enters into the guide vanes or the fixed blade row. This is the row of fixed blade. You can see it as a fixed blade or guide vanes. Fixed blades or the guide vanes. Okay. So the main purpose of guide vanes or fixed blade is that it will provide the proper direction to flow the steam to the next row of moving blade. I repeat, it will provide the proper direction to the steam to flow into the second row of moving blade. Lastly, in the second row of moving blade, we have the set of runner blades or the moving blades here. So these two stages together constitutes one stage, stage 1, and these two stages together constitutes stage 2, the second stage. The second stage. Here you have the set of nozzle. These are the moving blades. This is a fixed blade. These are the moving blades. These are the moving blades. The velocity of steam V1, the velocity of steam is V1, which is coming out from the nozzle. The velocity of steam which is coming out from the first set of moving blade is V2. Is V2. Next, the velocity of steam which is entering into the next row of moving blade is V3. This is V3. Lastly, the velocity of steam which is coming out from the last row of moving blade or the second row of moving blade is V4. This is the V4. Now, as far as angles and velocities are considered, in solving the numericals or while deriving the equation for two-stage impulse turbine, I'll show you the sequence to draw the nozzle, moving blade, fixed blade, and moving blades, so that you will not have any confusion which one is alpha 1, which one has to take the beta 1, beta 2, and B1 and B2. Everything will be clear if you draw the sequence diagram. So let us see how to draw this sequence diagram while solving the numericals or while deriving the equation. The first flow we have the set of nozzle here. This is a nozzle which is completely insulated. Next, we have the set of moving blades. This is the row of moving blade. Next, we have the set of fixed blades here. This is a set of fixed blade. And lastly, we have the set of moving blades again. This is the moving blades. With the velocity V1, the steam comes out from the nozzle, that is V1. Nozzle angle is always alpha 1. Let me write here as nozzle. This is a nozzle. This is the moving blade. This is the fixed blade. And lastly, this one is the moving blade. This is a sequence. So just I have considered one component or one blade from each row. First nozzle, next moving blades, next fixed blades, lastly moving blade. So these two stages or these two rows together constitutes stage 1, and these two rows together constitutes stage 2. This is stage 2 here. Okay. Now how to write the angles? Remember students, for nozzle and for fixed blades, I repeat, for nozzle and for fixed blades, we supposed to use the angle alpha, and for moving blades we have to use the beta. For fixed blades or nozzle, alpha, and for the moving blades the angle is beta. Okay, so here for the nozzle we have to use alpha 1 as the nozzle angle, and inlet and outlet for the moving blade, this is for moving blade, it is beta 1 and beta 2. Beta 1 and beta 2 is for moving blades. Similarly, for fixed blade, the inlet angle is, see, alpha 1 is already used. Alpha 1 is already used. So we have to take alpha 2 and here alpha 3. Alpha 2 and alpha 3. Now for last row of moving blades, already we have used up to beta 2. Now beta 3 and beta 4. Beta 3 and beta 4 are the inlet and outlet angles for moving blades. Beta 3 and beta 4. So this is the very useful sequence or diagram which will avoid from any confusion. Okay, so which will avoid you getting any confusion while solving the numericals or while deriving the equation on two-stage impulse turbine. Okay, so this is all about the sequence diagram and the concept of the two-stage impulse turbine. Now let us see how to draw the combined velocity triangle for two-stage impulse turbine. Okay, now very first we will see for stage 1. We'll see for stage 1. This is a very important concept that will be helpful to solve the numericals on two-stage impulse turbine, and the numericals on two-stage impulse turbine is very much important from your examination point of view. Okay, so this is the common base, that is u. U is the tangential velocity of the runner. Next, this is the velocity v1, absolute velocity of steam v1, which is coming out from the nozzle, that is v1, and v1 is inclined at an angle alpha 1 with respect to horizontal. Due to the friction between steam and the moving blades, we'll have the inlet component, inlet velocity component, that is VR1. So VR1 stands for relative velocity component at the inlet. As V1 is inclined, it has the two components, namely vertical and horizontal components. So vertical component is VF1 the axial velocity component or flow velocity component Vf1. Okay. So VR1 makes an angle beta 1 with respect to horizontal. Okay. And its horizontal component, the horizontal component of V1 is VU1. VU1 is nothing but the tangential velocity component. Okay. So this is the inlet velocity triangle for first stage. Now let us draw the outlet velocity triangle for first stage. Stage 1 and stage 2 here. Now from here, VR2 emerges. VR2 is the relative velocity component at the outlet. Okay. Next, with the velocity V2, the steam comes out from the first set of moving blades. From the first set of moving blades, the steam comes out with the velocity V2. And even the velocity V2 has two components, namely vertical component Vf2, which is nothing but the flow velocity component, and its horizontal component is VU2. Its horizontal component is VU2. That is the tangential velocity component at the outlet. Listen here carefully. V1 is the absolute velocity of steam. VR1 is the relative velocity component. VF1 is flow velocity component. VU1 is tangential velocity component. Sometimes it is also known as whirl velocity. Sometimes it is known as whirl velocity. Alpha 1 is the angle for V1, beta 1 is the angle for VR1. Similarly, alpha 2 is the angle for V2 and VR2. Beta 2 is the angle for VR2. Is that clear? Right? Now the algebraic sum of VU1 and VU2 is delta VU1. The algebraic sum of VU1 and VU2 is delta VU1. Okay? Let us name all the points A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay? So this is the CD or U, tangential velocity of the blade. But this is the combined velocity triangle for stage 1. This is the combined velocity triangle for stage 1. Now, how to draw the combined velocity triangle for stage 2? Listen carefully. Now, from point C, just take a locus line here, and from point D, just take a locus line from here. Okay. Now, this is the common base U. This is the common base U here. Okay. This is the common base U. Fine. As both the rotors, because we have the two moving blades, the set of two moving blades here. Okay, so both the moving blades are mounted on the same shaft. So if RPM is same, then definitely the tangential velocity U should also be same. So remember, for two-stage impulse turbine, the velocity of blade or the blade velocity or the rotor velocity remains same. Okay, so that's why I have taken U same for both the stages. Okay, now the inlet velocity of the steam for the second set is V3 here. For the second row of moving blade is V3. This is V3. So V3 is at an angle alpha 3 with respect to horizontal. V3 is an angle with respect to, okay. So V3, the angle for V3 is alpha 3 with respect to horizontal. It has again two components. Before that, we'll take here VR3. VR3 is relative velocity component at the inlet of second stage. Relative velocity component VR3 is inlet relative velocity component at the second stage. Okay. So V3 is inclined, so it has two components, namely the vertical component VF3, and just draw a horizontal line here. This is beta 3. This is beta 3 here, right? This is a complete velocity triangle, inlet velocity triangle for stage 2. The common base U as it is. Now here, its horizontal component is VU3. VU3. The tangential velocity component at the inlet for second set of moving blades. Okay. Now the outlet velocity triangle, for outlet velocity triangle, the procedure remains same. This will be VR4. This is V4. V4 is the absolute velocity of steam which is coming out from the last flow of moving blade. From the last flow of moving blade, that is V4. Last flow of moving blade or second flow of moving blade, that is V4. V4 is outlet velocity, absolute velocity at the outlet. It has again two components, vertical component VF4 and horizontal component VU4, the tangential velocity component at the outlet. So for V4, we have the angle alpha 4, and for VR4, we have the angle beta 4. And the algebraic sum of VU3 and VU4 is delta VU2. Delta VU2. For stage 1, it is delta VU1, and for stage 2, the delta VU2. The algebraic sum. Okay, name all the points. F, this is G, H, this is I, J, K, and L. Okay, this is for, of course, stage 2. Stage 2 here. This is for stage 2. So these are the combined inlet and outlet velocity triangle for stage 1 and stage 2. This is a very important concept to derive the equation for condition for maximum blade efficiency and also to solve the numericals. Okay. So in the next video lecture, we will see how to obtain the condition for maximum blade efficiency for a two-stage impulse turbine. Okay. So for that, we'll have some basics for the next video lecture. Okay. We'll have some basics here. Okay. Now here, if we want to get the maximum blade efficiency, if you want to get the maximum work obtained from both the stages, the outlet velocity, the velocity V4, the last velocity V4, it should be minimum. If we have the velocity V4 equals to 0, then what does it mean? The complete energy which is carried by the steam is completely converted into useful mechanical work, which is highly impossible because heat is low grade energy and work is high grade energy. I repeat, heat is low grade energy and work is high grade energy. It is highly impossible to convert heat completely into work. It is highly impossible. Of course, we can convert work completely to heat, but it is highly impossible to convert complete heat energy to the work energy. In order to do the conversion, we have to reject some amount of energy to the surroundings. Okay, that is, we have to lose some amount of heat energy to get the work from that heat energy. So overall, we can say V4 should be minimum as possible to get maximum amount of work from the complete system. Okay. So now a little consideration shows that when the V4 will become minimum, when the V4 will become minimum, when it is vertical, or it is equals to VF4. If it is equals to VF4, if V4 equals to VF4, then this shows that the condition for maximum blade efficiency. So we can redraw this velocity triangle as, particularly the outlet velocity triangle. Let us draw it one more time. Here. Okay. So this is the common base U here. This is the common base U, and from this point V3 emerges. V3 is the inlet velocity of steam to the second row of moving blade. This is VR3, the relative velocity component. This is VF3, the flow velocity component VF3. This is alpha 3, and this is beta 3. This is beta 3. This complete vector is VU3, tangential velocity of the runner at the inlet. Okay. Now this velocity triangle is strictly for condition for maximum blade velocity. Okay. Now here, this is VR4 as it is, but while drawing the V4, we should be very careful because V4, if you want to get the minimum velocity V4, then V4 should be equals to VF4. V4 should be equals to VF4. And under these circumstances, VU2, the will velocity at the outlet, is equals to 0. So this is the velocity triangle for maximum blade efficiency of a two-stage impulse turbine. This is the combined velocity diagram. So these concepts are very helpful in order to solve the numericals. So the derivation on two-stage impulse turbine, that will be seen in the next video lecture. So if you have not subscribed my channel yet, so kindly like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay. So I'll be with you till the completion of your exam. Fine. And in upcoming classes, we will solve the model question paper numericals also, which has been released by the VTU. Okay. And even we will solve the previous year question papers also. So if you have any doubts anywhere, you can put your comments in the comment box, or you can send your comments, or you can send your queries on my WhatsApp number, that is 988-6539-074. So this is my WhatsApp number. So if you have any queries, if you want any kind of notes, question banks, just send your queries on this WhatsApp number. I'll be helping you. Okay. So thank you and have a great day.